I'm not gonna be doing the whole ahoy hoy bit because if you're watching the long form video, that's gonna become a bit grating every 9 minutes or so. So, chapter 1 is all about making characters. Now, making characters in this system is pretty simple. It's very pick up and play for players. I like it. It's very hand-holdy at the time of making characters, and there's a fuckload, and I mean a fuckload, and that's why I'm never gonna be monetized. A fuckload of options for players. Now the game boasts 9 different classes, and each class has 2 subclasses, so that's basically 18 classes in total. And this game you actually start off with your subclass, unlike fucking 5th edition that you have to wait till level 3. So usually when I run 5th edition, we always start at level 3 because I want people to have their fucking archetypes. You'd think that in the 2024 revision they would actually just implement the archetypes since level fucking 1. But I do enjoy that you get your archetype, or in this case subclass, since level 1. It's very good because people seem very different from the get-go, and I enjoy that. I enjoy that the classes feel different from the get-go. You can have 2 warriors and both of them can have their different subclasses, and they're gonna be completely different. Plus, each class has access to 2 domains, and domains are basically where you get your spells or your abilities from. The game has 9 domains, and each class gets 2. Now, you can play around with that because in the homebrew game I'm developing, you can just pick any 2 domains that you want, and I believe that it doesn't matter with the balancing there, because I believe all those powers are very well balanced, so you can just mix and match. The way that I feel they do it here is to handhold the player better, just give them strict options so they don't get paralyzed with decision paralysis, which happens to a lot of people when you have too many choices. And this one can have a lot of choices because when you start the game off, you get a choice from 6 different powers. You get to pick 2. And as you level up, you get more and more options. Ultimately, the game has, I have the number around here, around 190 powers in total. And throughout a gameplay, and the game goes up to level 10, and that's completely fine because the game is balanced to go up to level 10. A level 10 player here is the equivalent of a level 20 character in 5th edition. So I know a lot of people care about power levels, even though it's a completely different game. And you end up with roughly around 40 powers you can choose from, and you end up picking about 20, which I feel is perfectly fine. As you level up, you end up with a fuckload of options, right? Yep, and you can even have more with multi-classing, and the game has really good multi-classing rules as well. So there's a lot to choose from. Like, your build variety is really high, because then we go to communities. Basically is where your character came from, what would be the 5th edition equivalent of a background. You get a couple of abilities from it, and it determines where your character came from. And it's fine. It has 9, so you have like you can make a fighter, a warrior from the woods, and a warrior from the mountains, and a warrior from the Underdark. You know, like you have a lot of options here because again, this game is mostly narrative. Now, when it comes to the races or heritage, I think that's what it's called. I'm not gonna open the fucking book right now. Now, when it comes to races, the game has 9 different races, right? I'm looking at my notes right here. You can't see them. No, 18. My bad. 18 different ancestries, and it's written right there. So yeah, 18 different ancestry. That's 18 different classes. That's meaty. That is a lot. Yeah, the races themselves, they leave a lot to be desired. Because again, like like there's basically anything here. Basically, what you're going for is your power, and that's it. There's a lot of art, and the art is pretty, and that's about it. There's a little bit of the description of what the race is like, but they can vary from campaign to campaign, so this doesn't really matter at all. Just matters what your game master came up with in their campaign, or what you came up with in your campaign, because it's a narrative game, and as a narrative game, you and your game master can sit down and decide what races there are, and how they look like, and what do they do. But you have 18 different races, so that's a lot from the get-go, and something this book has that a lot of other games do not have, and I enjoy that this game has. It has clear-cut rules to combine races. Very simple as well. You pick one power from one race and one power from another race, and there you go, you are a hybrid race. But if that's the case, that means that you have over 300 different race combinations. That's a lot, man. For those of you that love to mix and match and make very intriguing and interesting characters, man, that's a lot. Oh man, that is a fuckload. I love it. That's really good. As you can see, like, I am a fan of this book. Again, it ain't perfect. Not by a long shot. But it's really cool that you have so many options. So another thing, like the chapter with character creation ends up with a couple of pages, what the fuck are words? Pages explaining how to play a character with disability. Because it's a critical role, obviously they want to be very inclusive, which I enjoy. Even though I am doing the condescending voice and face, but trust me, I enjoy it and it gets me rock hard! Anyways, not rock hard because of the disabled people, you fucking disgusting assholes. That's not what I mean. I mean that it's really cool that they have inclusivity rules, and you know, the way they do it, it's the way I do it in my table, so I felt very validated. And that's why I'm so fucking excited. Because you see, right now in the game I'm running, I have a player whose character is blind. And when we sat down to create their character, they told me, can I make a blind character? And I'm like, sure. And they're like, oh, would I have any penalties? And I'm like, no. So how will we make it work? If you want, you can see like Daredevil, you have echolocation, whatever you like. Whatever you think feels better for your character, because I love narrative games as well, so a lot of this make me feel validated. That's why I like this game a lot, and I'm just discovering that. Think of this video as fucking shadow work, won't you? So yeah, like the game tells you, you know, you can have a character with disabilities, you can have a character that's blind, paraplegic, walking cane, missing an eye, mute, deaf, whatever. Just let them play the classes as they are. Let them roll the game as they roll. It's okay. It's just a narrative game. It's just to have fun. It's a fantasy game, and that's what they explain here, and I love it. So much so that this game in the equipment section, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I don't care because I'm talking about it right now, and it's my fucking video. The book has a couple of pages on battle wheelchairs, and that's awesome. You can, as a weapon, if you're a paraplegic or if you can't walk, you can just attack people with your wheelchair. And they have siege wheelchairs and they have magical wheelchairs, so you can be Professor X and ram people with your fucking floating wheelchair. Because I'm talking about obviously the one from the 90s cartoon, which obviously was peak X-Men, and I still haven't watched the Disney Plus one, but I want to because people have told me it's really good. So yeah, characters, you have options up the fucking asshole, and that is something that I enjoy a lot, because it's a lot of options, but you don't get a lot of features with it, and the powers you do get with your options, they're limited in scope, so I don't feel you're gonna be like that held back about it. Even the domain powers, most of them are just one paragraph, and this is what this does, and that's it. And I actually like that. Because you don't get bogged down with rules, you just have your shit and you go. You have your shit, you do it, and you keep going. And the game moves on. Because how many fucking times have you guys been in the fucking table and the fucking wizard is like, what can I do? What does my spell do? I forgot to write it down. Can I pick a new spell? And then you see those spells and they're like, paragraphs this long, and no. Keep it simple, like the old Kiss saying, keep it simple, stupid. I like that, and I like how this game handled that. And that's it for the chapter on making player characters. We'll continue on with the next chapter.